Hello there, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. Today we're going to be using the Eastern Palace bundle to create a very simple card with just a few extra supplies than what you receive in the bundle. If you purchase the Eastern Palace Premier Bundle from me, I will gift you with a tutorial to create 25 projects. All the projects use just the supplies that are in the bundle. So you don't need to have a lot of extra supplies. You will need adhesive, scissors, big shot machine, of course, and possibly, some circle punches or these circle framelits. And that's all you're going to need extra. So for everyone who purchases that from me in May, I will gift you with that tutorial. So here's the card that we're going to be making today, and this particular card uses these two nesting dies and then this die by itself. So we're going to use these three dies as well as a few of the stamp sets we're going to use to think of you as to smile greeting. We're going to be using this kind of medallion flower type, this little medallion here, and some of the designer series paper that also comes in the bundle. So let's get started. To begin with, your bundle will come with 3 colors of cardstock: Dapper Denim, Fresh Fig, and Tranquil Tide. So this is a half sheet of Dapper Denim. I'm just going to fold that in half. Give it a nice crisp fold with my bone folder here. Okay. We also have a couple of layering pieces. We've got a 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inch piece of Very Vanilla and a 3 1/2 by 5 inch piece of Fresh Fig. A 1 1/2 by 3 1/4 inch piece of one of the patterns of the designer series paper. And then we've got some scraps to do some stamping. And then I decided to switch it up a little bit on this card. This one uses the Dapper Denim and Vanilla kind of star pattern, but I wanted to see what it would look like with a little bit of this kind of fancier paper that you get in the kit, the Dapper Denim with the gold accents. So we'll just go ahead and quickly put these pieces together here. Add some adhesive to the back side of this piece of designer series paper. Get that right to the edge. All right, I'm going to have to bring it up a little closer because I'm old and I cannot see that well. Okay, check the back. Oh, we have a little excess here. We'll just snip that right off. Easy, easy. If you cut stuff a little too long, you can easily just trim it off. Okay, then we're going to add this little strip here along the edge of that paper. So we'll just run some snail adhesive down this. Actually, I probably should have used my liquid glue for this. And we're just going to butt that right up against that other piece of designer series paper. Again, let me bring it closer because my eyeballs are old. And this looks like it's a tiny bit too long also. Again, no problemo. We'll just snip that right off. Okay, this is going to be mounted onto our piece of Fresh Fig. We'll just get that on there. So you can already tell how simple this is going to be. These cards are just amazing. I have made a lot of cards with this bundle and I just love it. Okay, so now we've got this part done. So we're going to stamp our greeting on here in the Fresh Fig. All right, here's some Fresh Fig ink. Tap, 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 ink that up. About like that. Oh, I just love this color. It's so rich. Okay, so we've got our little die there. All right, so now we need to do some stamping and die cutting. We've got our 2 pieces of paper here. Bring in my stamps. So we've got some Dapper Denim ink here, and now this does not come with the bundle, but it's possible that some of you may already have this color of ink. It wasn't in color last year, so a lot of you may already have this. If you don't, you really should get it because it's a really, really beautiful blue. And then we've got our little flourish that we need to stamp in Fresh Fig. Okay. And now we'll bring in our dies and the Big Shot. All right, I've got my platforms on here. I've got my precision base plate. And I'm just going to line the dies up. Here's the dies that come in the set. And now I do have a video that's dedicated just to showing you what the dies will do. These dies do a lot of different things. I'm going to link that up here for you so you can check that out. I do recommend checking that out. It's amazing what some of these will do. This particular project, we're using both of these and this little flourish here. So let's get these lined up and then we'll run it through the machine. And this particular one, this outer layer will cut the complete star out. And this little inside piece will just add some really cool petals. All right, get my clear cutting pad. Slide that on there, and then we'll start to run this through. Okay, so here's what we're left with. Like I said, that does cut that completely out. And then this inside piece, it cuts partial petals. Isn't that cool? So you can just pop these up with your finger. And then we'll have this little guy, and it's just going to go right in the middle, so we're going to get a dimensional for that. Whoops, I only need one. All right, and we'll just place that in the center there. That looks pretty good. Get our dies back on my magnetic sheet so I don't lose them. So that's done. Now I want to use some of our gold metallic thread, and we're just going to add some adhesive to the back of this. And we're just, I want it on this side of the Designer Series paper. Whoops, I didn't get the snail in the right spot there. Okay. Stick that down, and then I'm just going to wrap this around, oh, I don't even know, 3, 5, 6 times, something, just so it actually starts to show up, because it's so thin, but it's so cool, and it's just really pretty, and I really like how it looks. Scoot those over. All right, that's probably enough times, so we'll just bring this to the back, stick it onto the adhesive, snip that off, and then I'm just going to roll this back together because it does like to go all over if it's not contained. So just quickly wrap that back up, and then I just got a little piece of painter's tape here that I use to secure it to the top of the spool. I just bring it over the top, tape, we're good to go. Okay, so we've got that done. We've got our medallion, and we also need one of our, what are these things exactly called? They are called metallic enamel shapes. And I'm going to use the gold. Which one of these? This one? Yep, this one's got some already used on here. Now, I don't have any fingernails, which we've talked about numerous times in my videos. So I'm just going to use a piercing tool to get underneath that little piece of adhesive and add this to the center of this medallion. Of course, I have to bring it up closer to the camera because I'm blind and I can't see. All right, put that away. And then this, I'm just going to add to the back with, not with a dimensional, but just with glue. So I'm going to use liquid glue for this. Some liquid glue right here. And I'm just going to add a little bit to that. And then I'm going to just very sparingly add it to the tips of this kind of flourishing medallion here. Because if I have too much glue, it's going to squish out, and then it's not going to be very pretty. And I'm just going to add this so it kind of covers up a little bit of the Designer Series paper. Press it in the middle and then kind of go around and press down these outer petals. All right, and our last thing is just to glue this to the card front. So how's that for pretty simple? And of course, you could change up the colors. You know, you could use more of the patterns in the Designer Series paper stack. See if I can get that centered. Like I'm telling you, my eyeballs just wow. All right, I think that's good. Okay, so I'm just going to press it from the back, trying to avoid smashing down my medallion. And so there it is. Here are both of the cards. Like I said, I'm actually think I'm leaning towards liking the one with the gold foil dust better. So that's the video for today. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, you can do that right there. After you do so, there's a little notification bell right down here that will let you know when I upload new videos, so you'll be notified each time. As always, thumbs up if you like it. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below because I do try to answer all of them. And if you need to order any supplies, your Eastern Palace bundle, you can do so at shoppingwithbarb.com. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.